Yo there. Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat, your guide through the seen and the unseen. Today we're tapping into the energies to see what messages Spirit has to bring to us. Take a deep breath, settle in, and let's see what the universe is trying to tell you. Also, if you're soul seeking deeper alignment, make sure to join our community by subscribing. Alright, so I was pulling earlier. I took a little break, but I'm back. I got the goddess Hekatean. It's number 8 in this deck, and at the bottom of the deck is Oya, number 41, and this is about water, fertility, healing, life-giving forces of nature, balance between the untamed and the serene, aspects of water, nurturing and destruction. And then this is about transformation, protection, empowerment, and unleashing formidable power, combating injustice. I also pulled from Wisdom of the Oracle. I got Chaos and Conflict, number 33. I got Happy, number 26, and A Leg Up, number 34. And at the bottom of the deck was TikTok, number 30. And then I also pulled, I wrote Chaos and Conflict, reordering your life to purpose. So maybe in the past you had a lot of chaos and conflict. It was reordering your life to like put you on your purpose. And then happy, maybe the present energy where fulfillment is happening. Liberation and deep knowing. A leg up, aligning to the people that are in alignment with you in the future energy. So meeting like your tribe, your people. Also TikTok at the bottom, it's all in divine timing. Magical miracles in divine timing, co-creation with the universe. Also, I pulled Power from this deck, and Stormy was at the bottom, and it's number 46 and number 21. And your power, okay, so it's like the power that you get from realizing your power and strength in any situation. Like, once you realize your power, nothing can stop you, right? You become even more powerful, right? So that's the thing. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's see. Do I want to use this? I want to use this. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Just went for a walk. It was a short walk. Let me see. I want to light this. Earlier, Ringo was telling me, I want to go for a walk. I was like, what, do you have to poop? And he, like, put his head down like this, and he, like, sometimes he'll put it on, like against me, you know, like, when he puts it down, he'll put it against me. Like, oh, man, yeah. Like, funny. It was the cutest thing. It was hilarious. Ringo, not right now, okay? Can you go lay down? I'll be done in a minute. Just please. He wants ice cream, but he had some already, so I'm not worried about it. It's not like he's starving or anything. I just fed him. He's just used to getting what he wants. I think I already did this, but I'll do it again. Alright, let's see what's happening. Page of Pentacles, Justice, the King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. So this is about receiving some sort of balance, justice from the work that you've done, clarity. It's a mind over matter thing, right? Bringing in wish fulfillment in some aspects. We did get happy and a leg up. So Queen of Pentacles, Hanged Man, just flipped out. And the Two of Pentacles. But I want to get it again because they came out face down. Let's see it. I just want one anyway. Let's see. Three of Swords. So healing in some way. Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and Judgment. So this is about a legacy that you're leaving, your creativity, new beginning, something that you've worked for, put a lot of effort into. Like you are the paintbrush and that you're leaving a legacy somehow of like healing, maybe ancestral traumas, things like that. Healing your lineage, transforming, awakening. There's like shadow butterflies here. And then like this is you here with all your colors. Interesting. What's surfacing? Wait. Knight of Wands. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles again. So you're move. It's like passionately moving towards a new beginning, choosing to walk away from what doesn't serve or satisfy or what you're bored with. Something. It's like a rejection of some sort of something that you had to walk away from. Ancestral yeah, it's moving out of that ancestral patterning. It's changing the pattern, right? Towards a new beginning. What do we need to expand on? That chaos and conflict was what it seems like, you're realizing your power, understanding that you can choose to be happy in any, situation, and you don't have to continue those cycles of, the Empress. I was getting a message earlier about an Empress. There was something about not having I'll think of it in a minute. Let me tell you what these cards are. Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the Fool, and the King of Pentacles. So it's about knowing your value. So there's something about, like, the messages I was getting earlier was something about, like, a mother not knowing her own value enough to not be in competition with other women, to where, like, there's even jealousy of, like, her daughters. There's, like, something about that, like a daughter even embodying that same energy and being jealous of siblings, but it was like as if that was passed on from, like, I don't know, maybe past, like, mothers or something. I don't know. I don't see that on, I don't know. It could be. It's that cycle. But it stops with you because you learned some sort of lesson about envy or jealousy, that it was not about those other people, it was about an insecurity within. And it, yeah. I don't know. That's just a side message, but this is about embracing your intuitive knowings about a new beginning and mastering the value of things, people, places, things. That's what's making you happy, giving you a leg up in the situation above the conflict and chaos. Like, there's no competitions, there's no, like, that's your power. It's realizing that cycle doesn't have to continue with you, that you can rise above that and heal. The balance between nurturing and destruction. Interesting. Because, like, if it's the mother, it's destructive to have that energy towards your children or even other people, because you pass that on subconsciously. Interesting. What are the actions to take? But this is also about creating a new beginning. Five of Pentacles. So leaving out or leaving behind, there's some sort of like out in the cold energy. Yeah, not doing that is leaving it behind, right? There's embracing that stability, not being trapped by your insecurities. For learning the lesson, right? Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Forward movement and victory. That was the healing. That's the healing. Because you've chosen to heal wounds of the past, you're not passing that on. What resources do we have? Nine of Wands. So ascension, boundaries, that wounded warrior energy, you know how it feels. So the Magician, Justice, Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. You know how, so intuition, messages of love, that bringing the love to the situation, like being the water, being the life-giving force to bring balance between untamed and the untamed and the serene aspects of water, nurturing and destruction. You know what to destroy and what to, like, you're not going to destroy relationships or people. With your jealousy, you're going to take those insecurities and transform them so that you're healing them, instead of, like, you're going inwards with that gaze, right? Like looking into yourself, that you have everything that you need, that you're not lacking anything. And it's about that cooperation energy and justice, right? That transformation and protection, empowerment and unleashing formidable power, combating injustice. Like, you're not bringing injustice, you're combating it. So it would be injustice to bring that upon other people, your own insecurities, when it's your own insecurities that need to be addressed, not somebody's, it's not somebody else's fault that they're making you insecure. You know what I'm saying? Or you feel insecure, not making you insecure. Clarify this Page of Pentacles. It's interesting that the pages in this deck are Innocence of Pentacles. That gives me child energy. You know, like the, how do I put it? The essence of a child would be an innocence of Pentacles. Yeah. So this is about forward movement from that ancestral patterning, that tempering and alchemizing that trauma. Emperor, Wheel of Fortune. You were fated to do this, take back your power. Three of Cups, it was a soul contract in some way. A fated, destined thing that you were supposed to be the fire, the flame, and burn it down. Clarify the Three of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. The World. Six of Wands. The Victory. Ace of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. So you cut that off successfully. Close the cycle. Excuse me. You're healing the self-love aspect of things. Like, you're looking at it from a view of what's in my cup. What's in my cup that's distorting my view or not allowing me to be in my power in some way. Like, I'm giving my power away if I'm, and I'm not usually jealous. I don't usually get jealous, but like, there's manufactured jealousy. Like, if like a person is constantly bringing up other people's perceived wins or accomplishments in the face of yours, like you say, hey, I got a degree or something like that, and well, your brother has 7, like something like that, like like they're not happy for you with your 1 because your brother has 7, like that's perceived, that's manufacturing jealousy in some way because there's the neglect there. But like, even then, I have to look in my cup and say, okay, I feel some type of way, what can I do? Or I feel some type of way, why? And then look at that and sit with that, and then realize, maybe you have to let go of something or someone, because they're not able to give you what you need as far as like, genuine like happiness for you, or they're not able to be happy for you, so you have to kind of take your power back and not allow that person to have that power because it's painful, right? And you have to realize that it's painful for you and then move around, because who wants to deal with that? It's a cycle that you have to end. So it's like, am I going to continue to bring this person who can't be happy for me my joy or my accomplishments when they're never going to be happy? Or do I just, and that's just an example, but like, you can apply it how it applies in your case if it does. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Three of Swords. Yeah, moving on from this heartache. So this is something that you've done. You are doing. This is what's surfacing. You've moved on from the past. Followed your intuition in some way. Knight of Cups, Six of Cups, Knight of Cups, Hierophant, and the Two of Swords. There's an introspection there that you've done to realize that the status quo that you were expected to live up to was insurmountable. Something that you weren't able to live up to, and you shouldn't have had to in some way. That it was like impossible to, I guess, deal with in some way, and that's what you're healing and moving forward from. Like, there's some sort of passionate forward movement. Like, maybe you're mad, or maybe you were mad about it, but like, it's something that you have to clearly see that it was to bind you to like this Three of Swords energy, this heartache energy, where you were never going to be able to live up to the expectations of someone else. That it was because they were hurting, or they were hurt in the past, you know, and maybe they feel some type of way about the power and control that they gain from making you feel the way that they felt. I don't know what it is, honestly. I don't live that way, so I couldn't tell you, but like it's something about power and control. It's about keeping you on the back foot so that there's nothing, I don't know. It's like it's painful to realize that like the people that you were sent to this earth to be involved with aren't exactly for you in some way, you know. So sometimes we have to just move around and find our own people, you know. Clarify the Empress. Death. So there's a transformation here. That's the goddess of, I forget what she, Oya. She is power, transformation, protection, empowerment, and unleashing formidable power, combating injustice. That's the transformation here. Knight of Cups, Hierophant, and the Two of Swords, King of Pentacles. So understanding your own innate value here because of the introspection that you've done, and you see the systems for what they are. You can intuitively feel, you know, those systems, and you know that you're more valuable than that you are an empress, that you create with the universe, and that's how powerful you are. You're a magician. There's nothing that can hold you back but your mind, yourself. You're able to move on from situations that don't see your value or some, you know. Yeah. New ideas too. It's a new idea of like moving on from that. Maybe, you know, I mean, most people don't walk away from their whole family, but like sometimes that's all you can do to be. It's either that or like a part of you dies, you know, like a part of you will never feel fulfilled in some way, and either you live with that or you change something. Yeah, the Two of Wands. So you decided to move on. That's the Five of Pentacles energy, like to leave it behind. You chose like the path forward, however sad it makes you, you know. There's a loss here, but it's also a wish fulfillment that, you know, Six of Pentacles, you know, it's about that cause and effect. Nine of Swords. So two nines here. It's an ending of you know, no longer feeling the sadness of, you know, not being seen for who you are or accepted in some way. There's like moving on from that lack energy. And that's what this is that's, you know, the lack, like never being good enough, or, you know, something like that, to that effect, where there's more out there. Like, you don't have to choose these people, even especially if they're not choosing you. It's about choosing yourself and having this happiness, you know, and that's your leg up, that you get to be happy, you know, in spite or despite or whatever. Nine of Wands. Clarify the Nine of Wands. This was kind of depressing, actually. But it's also happiness, because you realize, you know, I think Saturn's here to make you realize that there's a lesson here with the Page of Swords. The lesson that you've learned about the status quo, the power that you have, and the power also to shine in your own light. It's about that duality and that harmony. Like, the pendulum swings, right, back and forth to the light and the dark aspects of things. Embracing and accepting that it is a choice to stay stuck in situations like that, and it's also a choice to move on and realize your power. I know, honey. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. I'll get you some food in a second, okay? Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute, my baby. You're a good boy. Oh, I love you. You're just so cute. You are such a beauty, patootie. You are such a cutie, patootie. You're a good boy, Lingo. Can I go lay down for a minute? I'm almost done. Anyway, so yeah, there's an ascension here. There's also boundaries that you put up to understand. There's knowing, a knowledge, a truth, a message of truth that you have now, that's in your resources to... Wait, just a minute. Okay, let me... Sorry. Yeah, so in your resources you have this lesson and this message about your own power and knowing your own power, and that, like, you don't have to be less than anyone, and that it's not about you being less than. It's a cycle. It's other people's insecurities. It's other people's lack of awareness of self. Maybe nobody's told, you know, this person that, you know, it's wrong to do that, you know, or maybe they don't realize what they're doing. I think they do, but nobody's checked them before, you know. And then they think that because they're who they are, they can do that. And, like, nobody's gonna think twice. I don't know. It's crazy. But, you know, there's no reason to stay stuck in a situation that's not honoring who you are as an individual. So, anyway, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.